Today we'll begin in a wide-legged child's pose, bringing your knees about the width of the mat. Big toes come to touch, hips back toward the heels, and then sinking your torso toward the mat, maybe extending the arms forward, sinking down through your heart center, and taking just a few moments to arrive, landing in your body, letting go of anything that happened before you got on the mat today, and letting go of anything that comes next. Let's take a long, slow inhale through the nose, filling up the belly and filling up the chest. And then a long, slow exhale out the nose, letting that go. Again, like that, big inhale through the nose, fill up. Slow exhale, melting the heart. And as your breath returns to a natural rhythm, just noticing how you feel today as we begin this practice. Noticing the pace and quality of your thoughts. From here, we'll activate the posture, pressing into the hands, and then walking the hands toward the left side of the mat, bringing the right ear down, melting down through the right side body. Take a long, slow inhale through your nose, and a really slow exhale out your nose. One more like that, big inhale. Slow exhale. And then when you're ready, we'll prepare to move over to the other side. So we'll walk the hands through the center, come across toward the right side, bringing the left ear down, melting down through the left side body. Take a long, slow inhale through your nose, and a really slow exhale. Again, just like that, big inhale, slow exhale. From here, we'll prepare to bring it back to the center, coming out of child's pose. And then when you're ready, we'll make our way up into a tabletop posture, hands and knees, bringing the knees directly under the hips and the wrists directly under the shoulders, creating a really stable table. And we'll move into some cat-cows. So as you inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. And as you exhale, find a scaredy cat spine, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale, cow pose, shoulders coming back, heart shining forward. Exhale, cat pose, bringing that belly button to the spine, spine to the sky. Inhale, cow, maybe shifting a little weight forward. Exhale, cat, shifting a little weight back. A couple more rounds of cat, cow. And then we're going to bring it into a dancing lion, making some circles with the body. Imagine you have a pencil hanging from your belly button and you're drawing circles on the mat. They can be big circles or small ones. Feeling your way through. After 3 rounds in one direction, switch direction, circle the other way. Inhaling as you come forward, exhale as you come back. Opening up all those sticky spots. And then we'll come back to center, hands and knees again. And from here, tuck the toes under, make your way into a downward facing dog. Bringing those hips up and back. Press into the palms. You can have a gentle bend in your knees. And then maybe paddling out the feet, walking your dog. Or maybe finding a little sway of the hips side to side, wagging your tail. Opening up the backs of the legs. And then gaze forward between your hands, walk or step your feet to the top of the mat, arriving in a forward fold. Again, you can have a gentle bend in those knees, and then we'll grab opposite elbows and find a little swing side to side, gently opening the hamstrings. Come back to center, and then come all the way up the standing reverse swan dive, and hands arrive at the heart. Let's make a big circle with the arms, bringing them all the way up. Hands meet the top and then come straight down to heart center. Again, like that, inhale, reach the fingertips wide. Exhale, hands come to heart. This time we'll inhale the arms up and keep them up. And the left hand grabs the right wrist, bringing it up and over for a side stretch. Stretching that whole right side body, shifting a little weight into the hip. And then we'll come back to center, switch sides, right hand grabbing left wrist, reaching up and over, shifting weight into the left hip this time. Then come back to center, release the arms down. One more time, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll pause here for just a moment, either closing your eyes or softening your gaze, taking just a moment to set an intention for your practice. An intention is just something you want more of in life. From here, we're going to bring the forearms to meet in front of your face, making a 90-degree angle with the elbows. Inhale, open your heart, cactus arms. Exhale, bring it back to center. Again, like that, inhale, open wide. Exhale, bring it back. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, open up the heart, maybe drop the head back. Exhale, brings it back to center. And from here, we'll flow. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips with a flat back, bring it down. From here, we'll inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold down. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank, and lower all the way to the belly, slowly. From here, prepare for baby cobra. Untuck the toes. Press into the hands. Lift the head and chest just a few inches off the mat. Exhale, let that go. We'll do the same thing again. Inhale, lift up. Heart shines forward. Exhale, let it go. One more time, just like that. Inhale, lift up. Option to lift the hands off the mat. Exhale, let it go. And then make your way back into a downward facing dog, either moving through plank or tabletop. From this down dog, we're going to extend the right toes all the way up to the sky, opening up the right hip. Option here to circle the ankle or bend the knee and circle the hip. One way and then the other. Opening up that right side. And then we'll reach those right toes up to the sky, coming high on the bottom set of toes. Inhale, bring that knee forward, step the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee down, untuck the back toes, and bring it up for a low crescent lunge. Squaring those hips to the front, we'll bring hands to heart center. And then find a prayer twist to the right, hooking that left elbow on the right knee, twisting from the middle. Using the leverage of hand into hand, elbow into knee to twist a little more. Long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. Unwind back to center, arms come up for just a beat. Then we'll bring those hands down, frame that front foot, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, step the back foot forward between the hands, forward fold. Inhale brings it all the way up, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we'll prepare for the other side. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold, flat back. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to plank and lower, either all the way or halfway for chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. And then moving into that left side, reach those left toes all the way up to the sky, opening up that left hip. Option here to circle the ankle or circle the hip, whatever you did on the other side, rotating one way and then the other. And then reaching the toes to the sky, high on the bottom toes. Inhale, step forward between the hands. Lower the back knee down, and then bring it up, low crescent lunge. Arms extended, biceps by the ears. And then from here, we'll bring those hands to heart center again, preparing for our prayer twist. Twisting to the left, hooking that right elbow outside of that left knee. Twisting from the middle. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Unwind, brings it back to center, arms reach. Then hands come down, framing the front foot. Tuck the back toes under, elevate the back knee, step forward for forward fold. This time we're going to ragdoll up to standing. So engaging the core just a little, start to come up one vertebrae at a time. Stacking one on top of the other, head comes up last. At the top, roll the shoulders up and back. And then from here, we'll reverse this posture. So we're going to bring the shoulders forward, tuck the chin, and roll our way back down. And then again, roll it back up, articulating the spine, coming up slowly. And as you arrive at the top, shoulders come up and back, mountain pose. From mountain pose, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold, bring it down. Next, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank and lower. Inhale, opens your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time from down dog, we'll extend the right leg back with a closed hip, spiraling that right thigh inward. Then inhale, bring knee to nose. Exhale, press it back. Again, inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, brings it back. One more inhale, knee to nose. This time, step the foot between the hands and prepare for a high crescent lunge. High on the back set of toes, heart facing forward. Then from here, we'll bring both hands to the hips and get ready for pyramid pose. Straightening the front leg, maybe shortening the stance. Both sets of toes point forward as we fold down over that front leg. Opening up the hamstrings. If you have the space available, maybe walking the fingertips back a little. Continuing to reach the crown of the head toward that big toe. Long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. One more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. From here, we'll walk the fingertips forward and bring the left knee just next to the right, squeezing the left foot toward the glute. Perch pose, option to walk the hands back any amount. Breathing here slowly. And then coming forward again, we'll come into a balancing posture, bringing those hands to heart center to start. And then shifting into warrior three, extending that leg straight backward. Cobra action in the front of the body. Finding your stability, gazing forward. And then we'll come out of this with control, coming back into crescent lunge. Arms extend, biceps by the ears. Then from here, hands come down, framing the front foot. Step the back foot forward for a forward fold. Inhale brings you all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And From here, moving into the other side, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank and lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time extending the left leg back with a closed hip. Spiraling the thigh inward. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Exhale, press back. One more time brings the knee forward, footsteps between the hands. High on the back toes, bring it up for high crescent lunge. Arms extended, biceps by the ears. Heart shining forward. From here, hands come to the hips as we prepare for pyramid pose on the other side. Shortening the stance, straightening both legs, both sets of toes pointing forward. Square those hips to the front, then hinging from the hips, begin to fold forward, reaching the heart forward as you come down. And then folding in deeply, maybe walking those fingertips back if you did it on the other side. Gently opening up the hamstrings. This doesn't happen with force, it happens by allowing space and time. Using long, slow inhales and exhales. From here, we'll walk the hands forward again, framing that front foot. Right knee comes next to left, right foot squeezes in. Then walking hands back for perch pose, maybe seeing how far back you can get them. And then we'll prepare for that balance, walking hands forward, then bringing hands to heart center, gazing forward as you extend that right leg straight back behind you, really pressing into that heel, action in the floating leg. And from here, we'll shift back into that crescent lunge, bending the front knee, gently placing toes down. Arms extend, biceps by the ears, one breath. Then hands come down, framing the front foot, back foot steps forward, forward fold. Next, inhale, bring those arms all the way up as you come to standing reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, we will prepare for a wide leg fold. So turning your body to face the side of your mat, spreading your feet about one leg length apart. Both toes pointing the same direction, arms extended. Then with a flat back, begin to bring it all the way down until your hands reach the mat or a block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in deeply. Option to walk the hands through the legs if you have that space available today. Continue shifting those hips forward, shifting some weight into the toes. And notice how that changes the sensation in the legs. And then we'll walk the hands underneath your face. Right hand stays down. Left hand comes up for a twist. Twisting from the center of the body. Try to even out those hips, bringing the left hip down a little. Option to wrap the arm around the back. And further option for that right hand to grab the left ankle. And remembering that these are just options. Take what works for you in your body today. From here, we'll unwind. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up. Twisting the opposite way. Leveling out those hips again. And then option to wrap the right arm around the back. And option for left hand to grab right ankle. Continue twisting from the center. Being gentle with your neck, you can gaze up or down. And then unwind, both hands come down. From here, inhale, halfway lift. And then walk your hands forward for a wide leg down dog. So taking that down dog shape with the feet planted in that wide stance. Pressing into the palms. Then walking hands back under. And from here, bring it up with a flat back, engage the core. And then we will step back to the top of the mat, finding mountain pose again. From mountain pose, preparing to flow again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back and lower. Inhale, opens your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we're preparing for pigeon pose. So starting with that right leg extended straight back behind you. And then that right knee comes forward behind the right wrist. The right foot toward the left side of the mat. Left leg extended long behind you. Sit up nice and tall to start. And then begin to fold forward, crawling your fingertips forward. Maybe you come to forearms, or maybe your forehead can come to the mat. This posture has a whole lot of sensation for those hips. And I know you're feeling it already. Resist the urge to wiggle and squirm and try to find some stillness for just a few moments. As you inhale, send your breath to exactly where you feel it in that right hip. And as you exhale, allow that space to soften and open. Again, like that, long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. As we open up our hips physically, we also open them up energetically. Our hips are the homes to much of our stress, grief, and trauma. And we open up that connective tissue and release those stuck energies. Coming back upright, bringing that torso up, maybe a baby back bend. And then we'll bring hands under shoulders, tuck the back toe under, elevate the back knee, and then press into the palms to find your way back to downward dog. And then option here to circle the hip, or maybe flip the dog if that's in your practice, finding wild thing, lifting through the heart and the hips. One full breath here. Then unwind, coming back to down dog, and we prepare for the other side. Left leg extends back. Left knee behind the left wrist. Left foot toward the right side of the mat. Right leg extended long behind. And then folding forward over that left leg. Settling again, allowing this left side some time to open. As you inhale, picture the breath traveling down your throat, through your body, directly to that left hip. And as you exhale, the breath swirls around there, finding the tight spots, opening them up, giving you some space. Since we're opening up our hips physically and energetically, we're creating space for something new. And you can fill it up with anything you want. So what are some kind messages you can give to yourself right now? With each inhale, encouraging yourself, loving yourself a little more. You deserve it. Walking your hands under the shoulders, coming up. Tuck those back toes under. Bring that left knee up and extend the leg back. Then opening up the hip by either circling the hip or finding that flip the dog. Lifting the hips, lifting the heart. Then come back to center, down dog. From this down dog, we'll just make our way to seated in any way that works for you. You can come down to knees and then swing those legs around. And as you come into seated, bend both knees, planting the feet flat on the mat, preparing for boat pose. You can begin with hands behind the thighs, or option to extend the hands forward and maybe lift the feet any amount. Big inhale here, lifting through your heart center. And then as you exhale, slowly lower to the ground. From here, hug both knees into the chest, maybe a little rock side to side, massaging the sacrum. And we'll keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long. Squeezing that knee in, and then making some baby circles with the knee in one direction and then the other. Good for your hip, good for your digestive system. Then squeeze that knee in again and spinal twist, bringing the right knee across the body to the left and the right arm out to the right. Gaze to the right. Allowing your body, breath, and heart rate to settle. Slowing down. Staying in this moment, staying with the breath. As distractions try to pull you away from this moment, just keep coming back to the sound of your breath. From here, we'll unwind back to center. Hug both knees in. And then this time we will keep the left knee in, extend the right leg long. Squeezing the knee in and then finding those baby circles in one direction and then the other. And then squeezing that knee in again, preparing for twist the other way. Left knee across the body to the right, left arm to the left, and gaze to the left. In these spinal twists, we want to keep our shoulders on the mat, even if that means our twisted knee doesn't make it all the way to the ground. This will ensure that we are twisting from the center of the body where we get the most benefit. Not too much effort here, allowing gravity to do the work. Letting all you've done today be enough. And then we will unwind one more time, bringing knees into chest. Squeeze everything in. Maybe bring your chin to your knees. Give yourself a big hug. From here, release the legs. We'll bring them into a butterfly position. Feet together, knees resting to the left and right. And bring your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your chest. Noticing your heart rate. Maybe offering your body a few thoughts of gratitude for everything it does for you every day without even thinking about it. Your heart that beats, your lungs that breathe, your digestive system that nourishes you, your brain that is constantly working. And then extending both legs long, feet as wide as the mat. Arms at your side with your palms facing up. Taking just a couple of moments of stillness. Shavasana. Beginning to come back into your body by deepening your breath, wiggling fingers and toes, maybe finding a big good morning stretch, and eventually making your way onto your right side in a fetal position with knees curled in, pausing there, Acknowledging yourself for taking the time to do something that's good for you today. Thanking yourself. And then if and when you are ready, we will slowly make our way to seated to close the practice together. Bringing hands to heart center. Thank you for being with me today. I am always grateful to share this precious and sacred practice. Namaste. From here, bring prayer hands right in front of your head. May my thoughts be peaceful and loving. Then to your lips, may my words be peaceful and loving. To heart center, may I feel peace and love in my heart. I hope that you're able to take a piece of this practice with you out into the world today.